Alright, tuner time. It's tuner time. It's tuner time. Pretty self-explanatory with these. These are 10mm holes, so they accommodate the newest style tuner. His guitar had the more vintage style tuner, but I don't like them. I'm not going with them. I can find them. His guitar had this style of tuner. I don't like these. I don't like these at all. They're sloppy. They're sloppy. They lose their tune quite a bit. So we're not going to go with these. We're going to go with the sealed tuners. Not a sealed. Sealed. So that's what we're going to use. I'm going to place these in because they've been sprayed. They're a little tight. So I might have to wring these holes out a little bit. So I'm going to go get a drill and a drill bit, and I'll be right back. Alright, it's 25/64. I used a 3/8 bit because it's a 10mm hole, and tuners are spec'd at 10mm, so I got a 3/8 bit, and it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not even touching the varnish on the inside. So I'm just going to take a 25/64 drill bit and carefully stress carefully, ream these holes out. Try to keep my drill as straight as possible. And then we'll just see if the tuner fits in the hole. There you go, perfect. So 25/64 if anybody's wondering. If I get a little bit of tear out, it's going to get covered by the washer. It's definitely really thick with the varnish. We just try it on all of them, see how it goes. Snug, that's good. I actually want snug. Snug is good. That's a little too snug. Alright, I'm just going to go one more pass on the whole shebang. Let's see. Perfect. Okay, so after this, I'm going to set these all in their respective holes. They're all going to go in their respective holes. Some are tighter than others. But we're not going to screw them down just yet. And these are all inline. They're not offset like you would have two sets of tuners on either side of a headstock like a Les Paul or a Washburn. That's next. Okay. So there's that in a nutshell. So now we take the ferrules and their washers. And I know these are 10mm, but what you want to do is just place them on and snug them up. You don't want to tighten them to the point where you can't move the tuner because you're going to have to set these all up in line. You just want to get the ferrule started. And we'll grab a 10mm wrench and just snug it up to the point where it's stiff but it still moves. Sounds like my back. Stiff but I still move. Okay, so I'm just going to work these all the way out and bring you back when they're all in. Where's your ball? Go get it. It's over there. Get the ball. Get the ball. It's right there. Get the ball. Not the roll, the ball. Get it. Wrong ball. Alright. So, kind of have all the tuners set up. You're at the mercy with these necks that have the tuning peg holes pre-drilled. You're at the mercy of the machine operator or the craftsman who was making it. So you can only do so much, but what you want to do is you want to get a straight edge along the bottom of all of them and try to keep them all consistent. This one's off, and this one is a smidge off. I don't think the holes were drilled super straight, but so you got to give it an eye test and see how the two pegs look themselves across the top. And so that's what we're looking at. That's pretty good. So what I'm going to do is grab a scratch awl. Really small screw, really hard wood, very dangerous. This is where we use a lot of that wax into play that I talked about earlier in my earlier videos. So this is pretty much the best that's going to be. So I'm going to grab, let's see if I can get a little, man, we're really on top of this. Just grab the scratch awl and make yourself a hole in the center of its little tab slot. And I'll come back with a drill bit, take these off, and we'll drill them out, being careful not to drill through the other side of the headstock. But by me doing this and getting these essentially center punched in a sense, it's going to make my life a little easier. Raining all day over here, all day raining. That fan you hear in the back is a dehumidifier. I apologize for that. White noise though. I don't know, it makes me sleepy sometimes. Alright. So now, this is still kind of loose. I can move this out of the way and pre-drill. But I'm going to take them all off. So we're going to pre-drill them that way. I'll be back in a bit.